There are two definitions that are critical to understanding Christensen's disruptive innovation theory. In these two terms, Christensen sets the basis for differentiating between different types of technologies that show up in our industries. The first technology is called sustaining technologies. These are those that foster improved product or service performance. They can be discontinuous or radical in character, while others can be incremental in nature. All sustaining technologies improve the performance of established products or services along the dimensions of performance that mainstream customers in major markets have historically valued. The second type of technologies are called disruptive technologies. Disruptive technologies are innovations that begin with worse product performance, at least in the near term. They are constructed around a very different value proposition. Generally, disruptive technologies underperform established products or services in mainstream markets, but they have other features that a few fringe and generally new customers value. Products and services based on disruptive technologies are typically cheaper, simpler, smaller, and frequently more convenient to use. Now, throughout our application of disruptive innovation theory, we need to keep coming back to the distinction between sustaining technologies and disruptive technologies. Now, you should know the majority of technologies you encounter are sustaining technologies. And note in the definition that Christensen differentiates between just incremental and some radical. If they are sustaining an existing technology, they are sustaining technologies even though they are radical in their scope and their breadth. Conversely, disruptive technologies are rare. These are technologies that start at the low end of the market and disrupt. They provide a different way for us thinking about the technology, and often, as Christensen points out, they appeal to new markets and new customers. Now, sometimes these definitions can get a little confusing. I realize that. So let's draw on a chart that Christensen has developed to help us try to understand the disruptive innovation model. As you can see, the vertical axis talks about product performance from low to high. The horizontal axis talks about time. Now, for decades, the blue lines mark the traditional way we thought about market analysis. Christensen refers to incumbents and new entrants. The incumbents are the existing service or product provider. Those are the ones currently providing the service or product to the mainstream market. The entrants are the disruptors. So sometimes he'll refer to them as entrants, sometimes the disruptors. What his insight was to be able to recognize that over a period of time, this disruptive innovation process was occurring in which the incumbent sustaining trajectory failed to recognize new entrants into the market. Now, what was really interesting is that in his analysis of all of these companies, the disruptive trajectory starts lower than the needs of the mainstream market. And this is critical to understanding this. I want you to understand visually that the entrance disruptive trajectory always starts lower than the needs, the products, the services, the capabilities that the existing incumbents' products provide. Now, I know I promised I will not get academic on you, but this is really an important concept I want us to understand. Let's see if we can think about another way to explain disruptive innovation. Many ways we see where we just continue to do the same thing, but we make little improvements to make it better. Those are the sustaining technologies, and they're important. We get tremendous benefits in our construction industry and in every industry from ongoing efforts to provide better services, better products to us as clients and customers. But then we begin to think about new ways. And this is where we start to intersect with the disruptive technologies. And as you can see at the end, what really is interesting about disruption is that we're taking things and making the old ways, the old product, the old service obsolete. That's when you know you've been disrupted.